G'day fellas and welcome to a casted game of Age of Empires 4. Today we're on Hill and Dale and we've just got some classic ranked ladder for you with some very special fellas. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. It is a pleasure to have your company here today. Let's introduce our players and talk a little bit about what we've got here. Ladies and gentlemen, in the north of the map, in the color yellow, you may recognize his name or you may not recognize his name. Ladies and gentlemen, he's playing the English today. It's Beasty, also known as These Nuts. And on the south side of the map, in the color green, playing as the Ayyubids today, we've got Iona. Ladies and gentlemen, Hill and Dale is the map. Unfortunately, a bit of a trap for those with the green-yellow color blindness. Is that a thing? I don't know. It happens with a couple colors. You know, I've said this before. I'm going to say it again. This is my number one requirement, not requirement, I should say. Hold on, just give me a sec. You're gonna like this, and if you like this, then you need to like the video. Okay, let's make that a deal. Okay, you should have an option like when let's say you queue up ranked. Okay, it should be first come first serve for color warmth or color coolness. So what I mean by that is you've got 4 warm colors, 4 cool colors, and then those 4 colors. Once you pick one of those colors, it locks out the other player from picking those colors, or anybody on the enemy team, for that matter, from picking those colors, and they can only pick the opposite 4 colors. So these 2 colors here, green and yellow, they would both be on different teams. That doesn't work, Drongo, because you'd have... Okay, what do you... stop. You'll like the idea, just hear me out. Okay, what's the idea? So you'd have, like, blue, green, teal, and purple on the same team, and then you'd have red, orange, pink, and yellow, but then you still get yellow versus green. How do we fix this? Okay, you just make it so that if the enemy picks green, you can't let them pick yellow. I don't know, how do you fix that? Because it's one of those things, and I know that there's people that are going to be like, people are going to say, hey Drongo, you know there's an option for you. You can press a little button and it turns on team colors, and you're blue and the enemy's red and the allies are yellow. It's like, I get you, bro, but the problem that we've got is that when it comes to replays, one of the things I love to do is give you guys the inside view of what's happening. Like here we can see Iona's scout, and it's in green at the moment, and if we switch it over to the team color views, the game thinks I'm playing as Iona, so it makes it blue. And then we go and look at Beasty's side, and all of a sudden, we're looking at Beasty's Vils on stone because he's going for a second TC as the English as he drops down the Abbey of Kings, and it thinks that we're Beasty. But the problem is because Iona's player 1, and it thinks that we're player 1, and we're viewing Beasty, who's player 2, it gives us blue health bars, but gives us red Vils. It bugs out. So basically, it just doesn't work. So anyway, that's where we are. That's where we are. Now, Iona, you may or may not know this, he's not aging up at the moment. I'm just kidding. What do you reckon it's going to be? That's the good thing about it. Oh, we already know what it's going to be. It's going to be the Culture Wing. So he's going to be going for Dervish here, right? Like, you'd be silly not to. And that's exactly what he's doing. Okay. So far, so good. These two folks, for anybody who's unfamiliar with them, both Conqueror 3 players, both incredibly good. Beasty, top 5. Iona, top 20, top 30, maybe somewhere in that region. Very good, though. Like, if you think about the threshold, the cutoff for Conqueror 3, it's 1600. Anything above Conqueror, or anything above 1600, rather, is Conqueror 3. So Iona, I think, sitting at about 1900 rating. Pretty damn impressive. Now, another impressive thing that I wanted to talk to you about was today's drink of the day. I, in fact, saw a comment from somebody. He said, Drongo, I love your videos, and I enjoy them up until you mention the drink of the day. At that point, I don't enjoy them anymore. Well, my friend, this is for you. Because we're gonna really talk about the drink of the day. Not only have I got ice, ladies and gentlemen, but I've got some absolutely S tier water right here. S+ tier. Let's stick that one in the tier list. It is delicious. Oh, yeah. You know it's good when the ice hasn't melted all the way yet? Because it still means that you've got longevity on that temperature. All right, well, age up's coming through for these guys very, very soon. Iona now about to click up. Probably going to be going for a quick castle age here. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually see him throw the stable and maybe even professional scouts behind this. Let's have a look and see if he goes for it. Beasty going to be a little bit of a nuisance back here. Do we get the professional scouts? Because the thing is, right, from the Iona perspective, from the Ionian perspective, Ionian perspective, he doesn't actually know about the second TC. And we know that because he hasn't spotted the stone. So he doesn't really know what he's up against here, but he knows that he's up against the English. The likelihood that we see longbows is high, and even if we don't see longbows, that we could still make desert raiders and be able to counter any enemy threat, potentially from cavalry, potentially from a king. So he's already on the ball with this one. Professional Scouts doesn't look to be on the cards, at least at this moment, but I feel like it's a great combination. You know, if you're going to play a couple of desert raiders to stay in the feudal age for a little bit, you may as well go into some Professional Scouts. I guess you could always save it for later, but do you even really want to? I mean, one of the things to remember is that on this map, Hill and Dale, you've got an extra patch of berries. It's not really an extra patch of berries, because it's like, here's your first patch. Here's your second patch, because it's in your base. Here's your third patch, also at the back of the base. But then it's like, here's also technically your fourth patch in the middle of the map, where the enemy army is. Doesn't really count, right? But I guess the point is, you've got berries. You've got berries aplenty on this map. So, anyway, we'll check in with Beasty, and he's got an absolutely pixel-perfect town center. Have a look at this. Now, one of the things that I talk about often when you're playing as the English, you're kind of left with this conundrum where it's like, I want to put my town center on the gold, but I also want to put my town center on the deer pack. Beasty's like, Drongo, we got it sorted. We're going to put them both on, we're going to put the town center on both of them today. And I think this sort of, when you see this kind of food security as the English, there's a part of me that thinks, hey, you could probably go for a fast Imperial here, because normally, and let me explain why I think that this makes sense to go for a fast Imperial here. Beasty, okay, he's on the ball. It makes sense because normally as the English, you choose between one of these two. You choose between gold, and if you've got gold security, then it means you don't have to hunt, or you choose hunt, which means you don't have gold security. And because of that, you normally need to make units a lot sooner because you don't have the gold security. And if you don't have the hunt, then it means you need to make farms sooner. And if we take a look at the amount of sheep he's got, I would expect that he probably will look to make farms here, but I suspect it's probably going to be after the Castle Age. This is more than enough food to get up to the Castle Age, so this should be a pretty decent timing from him. Now, speaking of timing, have a look at this. El Yona, about to click up, didn't see the Professional Scouts. What did we even see coming out from El Yona today? I'm clicking all of the buildings just because I want to make sure there's no upgrades, because I don't trust the UI anymore, man. Like, is that kind of sad? I think it's kind of sad that I can't trust the UI. Like, I don't know when he's aging up. Oh, I've got no idea what he's aging up with. It's surely not going to be the economic wing and a whole bunch of villages, is it? No, I never would have saw that coming. Good thing there was no UI to tell me about it. And look at this. Is this a second town center attempt coming down immediately from El Yona? I think this is a bit early. El Yona, I'm calling you out right now. This is slightly too early. You need to delay this. Oh, actually, do you? Oh, maybe you could squeeze it here. I always think like getting a couple camels and just getting your double monastery up just makes so much more sense, and then getting the second and third town center afterwards. We'll see how he manages to go about it, though. We'll ride on board with Beasty, because his age up is about to come through as well. At the moment, 12 vils on gold, so many vils on food. Not a single farm down. It is a bare naked English base, and I tell you what, it is absolutely a sight to behold. Don't think I've seen many bases this naked before, but I've never been as captivated by this one. That is for sure. It's just asking for a big, sorry, big white tower in the middle of it. So, what is wrong with you, Drongo? Okay, get out of here, mate. All right. The town centers are wide open. The white tower, it's smack bang in the middle. It's actually right out the front of the base. Normally, you'd look at this and be like, ooh, that's kind of dangerous, but I think at this stage of the game, if we check in with Beasty, he knows exactly where the camels are, so he's not too fussed, right? Like, all the desert raiders are over here. He's okay. Age up coming through on the side of El Yona. Now, how quick does Beasty look to challenge this? If we take a look at Beasty, he's got 7 vils on wood at the moment. Should be able to hit that wood threshold by the time he ages up. So you can see here, it's going to cost 200 for the monastery. So you'd probably want to do those with the forward vils here. With the barracks and the archery range, you're going to be doing crossbow men at arms, so you're going to have full wood for that. But we do see he's actually just spent that wood. Where did he spend the wood? It's out on one of these walls out over here. Interesting decision. So there's a chance that he doesn't win the relics, and that can be tough, right? It's not a huge deal as the English, because you do have the enclosures that you're always able to fall back on in the late game. So it's never like you're fully starved. And look at this in the age up. He gets down that second town center. Look at this. We don't even have the second age ups within a second of each other. Have a look at that. I'm on. Does Beasty know about this town center? Beasty doesn't know about the town center right now, but to me, this is like an invitation. Go fast imp. How does your opponent stop fast imp right now? I mean, you can still put your farms down here in the middle. You can go imp straight off this, but like with the TC on the gold especially, you've got a beautiful base. All you need is like a little wall across here. He's walled at the back. He's walled over on the sides. He is absolutely fine. This is like, you've got permission to take off right now, my friend. More houses coming up for him. We're right on board with Elyona once again, as the mosques do come up. Not monasteries, I do apologize. I did say monastery. Oh, I thought I just had my doorbell, and that's kind of weird, because it's like 1:30 at night. Hold on, give me a second here. No, I don't. I gotta be careful in the state that I live, because there's, I mean, I don't want to jinx myself here, but sometimes there's what are they called? Home invasions, and they ring the doorbell beforehand to let you know they're coming in, and it's like, hold on a minute, guys, I might have some visitors here in a minute. Hopefully not though. Hopefully it was like the in-game music. It was in my right ear as well, which is like where my doorbell comes from. So I'm a bit scared now. I'm looking at my door. All right, I'll you know what? I'm just gonna play with one headphone off. And just remember, I'm not American, so I don't have a 12 gauge just sitting by idly. No, I actually did some research into like home security, and there were a couple of tips, and one of the best tips I read was there's a magazine that you can buy. I think it's called like Guns and Ammunition or something like that. They said get that, leave that out the front, and go to like the go to your boot dealership, anywhere that sells boots, and get the biggest boots that you can find. Get like a size 20 and get them all muddy and just leave them out the front of your house. that was the tip that they gave. It's like, so you're already kind of like giving clues to anybody who approaches that like there's a 7'6" guy inside and he really likes guns and ammunition. Oh gosh. Not me though, not me. I'm not that big. My feet definitely aren't that big either. But anyway, there you go. Nice little tip. Other most popular tip was just get a dog. It's like, see, it seems like a big investment there. Anyway, relics at the moment. We're at 4. 5th relic about to be picked up here. Elyona going to be capturing it. We'll check in with the beast in the north of the map as the farm transition comes through. He's made it safely up until this point. I still think he's got clearance for takeoff if he wants to, but it doesn't look like he's really moving towards it. He's still got units coming out, and to be fair, these units could just look to be defensive units, and he could just be thinking, you know, I'm just going to avoid these, or avoid any sort of interesting interactions. Now, one thing to note, I've just realized this wood lines here, Town Center kind of covers that. You can still run through with Cav though, which is why I'd always be cautious about like just not having a wall here. I think even just a small little wall on the sides, you don't even have to finish it. Obviously, you'd prefer to finish it, but you kind of want to just like encourage people to come to that choke point. More eco upgrades coming through right now for Beasty. A little bit of a slow game to start us off with 12 minutes in, and we don't really see much damage done to either side. I think the biggest damage we've seen is maybe a deer taken out down here on the south side. You could, yeah, this is terrible. But speaking of terrible, have a look at this. Golden Age Tier 2 has now been activated for Elyona. All right. Beasty walling up the front. All right, we do see the walls. I'm loving this. A little bit of wally cutie is something I am all about. This is getting good. It's getting good. It's we've got the building blocks for a good game right here. I'll say that much. And you know what else we got the building blocks for? Have a look at this. 37 vils on food. That's a lot of vils on food. No units in the queue. It's happening. It's happening. I'm gonna hit it. It's the fast Imperial alarm. I need like an actual alarm that I can hit, and it's like, we got a fast Imperial. Beep, 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 beep. You know, you already know the alarm that it's that alarm. Beep, 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 beep. Probably a little bit higher pitch. Beep, 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 beep. Anyway. That's the alarm that we're hitting. It's the fast Imperial alarm. Sound the fast Imperial alarm because Beasty is heading to the Imperial Age shortly. Or at least that's what it looks like at the moment. We do see a couple more units in queue. Keep in mind he does have the White Tower. Not going to be looking for that accelerated growth just yet. Or at least that accelerated training speed just yet. More farms going to come down. How many are we on at the moment? 23. Is that? Hold on. Yeah, that's 23. 24 now coming out. These ones won't be counted just yet. Chases away the units, gets the full wall at the front. Now, do you go Wingard here or do you go Berkshire? You go Berkshire here. I mean, you probably don't go Berkshire here. Because if anything, you need to go Berkshire for gold. Okay, maybe you do go Berkshire. Where does he go? Like, he go here? I think this is actually... You could probably play, like, defensive Berkshire on this. I think that's fine. Yeah, okay. He's gonna do it. I think this is fine. The one key thing that you want here is that you don't want Elyona to see this. That's the big thing. So you need to have your army there, and you need to know where his army is. And I don't know if BC necessarily knows where Elyona's army is, but fortunately for Elyona, just inches away from that Berkshire Palace, he doesn't see it. Just inches away. Inches away. Now, one thing I should mention, I think this is like, I don't know how many Beasty games we've been casting recently. We've been casting a lot of games, and that's because Beasty's been having some good games recently. You know, one of the key things that I look for whenever we cast a game is I want to know, is it going to be a good game? And when you've got players like Beasty that are involved, it's just going to be good. Players like Marine Lord, look, I love the guy, but I don't enjoy casting Marine Lord games. You want to know why? Because they're over in like 14 minutes. If I wanted to see somebody completely, you know what? I was going to say something. I'm not going to say it. If I want to see somebody completely dismember somebody in 13 minutes, I'll go to insert a website that has been notorious for hacking. Anyway, we're getting a little bit cursed up here. I think are we getting a little bit cursed? I feel like the cast is getting to a cursed point now. We're at the 15-minute mark. I think we can probably make that assessment. You know what else we can assess right now? We can assess... We can't really actually assess Beasty because he's just had all these vills building the Berkshire. So we got a fast Imperial Berkshire rush in the middle of the map. And I think this is so smart for a number of reasons. But the key one here is that, like, the gold literally ran out. The macro was... Perfect. I was trying to put a word before perfect to further emphasize how perfect the macro was, and there was literally no word that I could find that would potentially upscale perfect from already its beautiful 4K glory. It's just perfect. He got the money exactly right. He ran out, brought all the vills out, said I've got enough, let's go. I don't even think he doesn't even have a market, I don't think. So he you know, if he was short $1, he was not going to be able to purchase this Berkshire. But fortunately for him, he wasn't short $1. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, we got another fast fast Imperial alert. If it's before 18 minutes, we consider it fast. Anything faster than 18 minutes, I think is pretty reasonable at fast. You've got your naked Imperials as well, which are more sort of reserved for the Holy Roman Empire. It's rare that you see them. Maybe in like the Holy Roman Empire versus Chinese matchup, you'll see them if the Chinese player goes 2TC. That's about it. Yeah, typically it's kind of rare to see them these days. Anyway, towards the top side of the map, looks like we got ourselves a little bit of crossbow action. Crossbow. Guys. Did he hit the stand ground button? Did they just forget how to attack? I think Lil Wayne wrote a song about how to love. These guys need to listen to Lil Wayne's cousin, Lil Payne, about how to attack. What are we on right now, dude? Oh, this is getting exciting. This is getting good. I love a curse cast, and you know what? I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take this opportunity right now to have a little bit more of a sip. Give me a second here. Oh, when I talk into the water bottle, you can hear it. My lord, that is so good. Oh, man. That's impressive. That is impressive how good they make that water. All right. We got ourselves a little bit of a monk coming out. At the moment, things have been very cool, calm, and collected. Like, we haven't seen any real engagements, any real pushes, but it's one of the things that I often say when you see these games like this, where it's a game of chess. Or, you know what it is? It's a game of Go. Far out. I just watched the documentary. I don't know if you've seen it. I was watching one video and they referenced Move 37. And I was like, what's Move 37? And I Googled it and they were talking about AlphaGo, which is like an AI that was trained to play the game of Go, which I didn't even know. Apparently that's a game. They just called it, you know, you got CS Go, completely different game. Anyway, Move 37 was kind of like where people were like, wow, this AI thing, that's real. That's the real AI right there. Anyway, good documentary. I'm sure you can probably just Google YouTube, ChatGPT. You probably ask DeepMind. I think they posted it. It's a cool video. 90-minute long. Just talks about AlphaGo. I think DeepMind went on to like do the AIs that did Dota 2. Maybe, you know what? We could run that through. Can we run Age of Empires 4 through the DeepMind AI, please? It needs a bit of help with all the lumber camps it's been making. All right, well, Spearman going to come through here for Beasty. Beasty up to 157 pop, and we're finally going to start to see units go down. Vill count has been even Stevens this entire game. Do we even need to do a comparison at this point? Let's do it just for sake's sake. Now, one thing to note, We do have enclosure technology through here for Beasty, so he's going to have slightly higher gold than what he should have at this point in the game. But Elyona on the other side has got the relics. In fact, he's got all 5. He's got Tithe Barns through as well, so he's going to be pumping. Let's do a little bit of a check and see where we're at. 1,600. We'll call it 2,600. Call it 4,200. Don't mind if I do. Yeah, 4,300 now. Somewhere in that region. 4,400 by the looks of it. We'll go 4,300. So remember that one. 43 for Beasty. Where's Elyona at 1,500, 2,500? We'll call it 36, 4,000. So Beasty with a slight advantage at the moment, about 400 resources a minute advantage on that eco front. And that is going to be coming down to your enclosures. Is also going to be coming down to your eco upgrades. He's got copulation as well as precision crossbreeding. So really looking to focus on the economy in the late game here. Some really key upgrades here. Interestingly, not going to be going into crosscut saw. A really good technology. Probably the best tier 3. In the... copulation is probably better. Gold's a more valuable resource, so copulation is more valuable because of that. But still a good upgrade. Good upgrade. Don't be forgetting your crosscut saws, fellas. Dudes and dudettes. All right, elite upgrades on the way. We got elite crossbowmen. We got elite men at arms. And we got ourselves a bit of action in the middle of the map. Don't mind if I do. It's time, folks. 174 versus 179 on the pop. King gonna get focused down here. Goes down, sniped away. Camels and crossbows. Name a more iconic combo. I will wait. And you can't say McDonald's and French fries. That I don't know why. It's just not allowed. You're not allowed to say it. There's no Holy Roman Empire in this game, so you can't refer to Ronald or his McDonald's. All right, Elyona, we're right on board with him. As the Trebs are going to start working their magic on the Berkshire. Keep in mind the Berkshire is a landmark. That means you're going to have a wood repair here. That means Beasty is absolutely fine repairing for days with these trebuchets making their waves through the English base on the front. Meanwhile, towards that top side, Spear looking to try and find another angle through. Berkshire still firing off, teeing off towards that enemy. 14.5 tiles of range compared to the Treb with 16. Just barely enough to outrange it. And that is by design, my friends. That is by design. All right, wood line to the front of the base has been pretty much chopped out here for Elyona. He's got a secondary and a tertiary back here. He's also got this one down to the west, one over to the side. He's going to be fine when it comes to wood. When it comes to gold, he's also got this one, which is safe behind the walls. He's also got this one towards the front, which is arguably pretty decent for him. Other than that, he has been walled out by Beasty on this south side. And this makes me a little bit concerned because it might not matter right now, but it is going to matter very soon. Because if there is one way Beasty likes to do it, it is slowly, but it is very sensually. And it is going to be the way that it happens today. These knots are going to be... these knots are going to be all... Yeah. We're not going to finish it. 500 left on this gold mine. He's got plenty of options. He's already moved up to the north. He could come down here and look to deny this. I'd like to see him come down here, throw a keep on this, and then deny this gold vein from his opponent, considering he's already walled this out. So if you can kind of starve your opponent off these golds in the south, and then at the same time take their gold in the north, there's a really nice game of chess that we've got developing here. Oh, sorry, game of Age of Empires 4 developing here. You get the idea, right? It's, you know, we're making the reference. Ville's coming out to repair the Culverin. Elyona with the strats right now. This is Conqueror 3 level. That's what we're seeing. Manages to take out all the troops that are chasing. Even the Berkshire's trying to have a go at it. Camels and crossbows working their way through the front line, finally starting to make some more waves. Meanwhile, the trebuchets behind them, you know what they're doing. Exactly the same. Camels towards the north. Going to be able to find these longbows. Looks like the Ville count has been dwindled a little bit at the moment. He's taken out 13. Beasty taking a Ville lead by about 7. Though, to be honest, when you're 118 versus 125, it's not a big difference. You're not going to be, you know, the milk is spilled on the table, but we'll clean it up. We'll pour some new ones. And we got 10 liters in there anyway. We went to Costco. They had a 2-for-1 deal on the 5. Sorry, not liters. What do you guys say? Gallons? What even is a gallon? I think a gallon is like 4 liters, right? Why do you need a gallon of milk? Like, what are you doing? Are you bathing in your milk? Why? Stop bathing in your milk, Americans. That is disgusting. How much for a milk bath? That's what they say. That's what they say to me. They say, how much for a milk bath? And I tell them... I'm trying to think of the Abe Simpson quote. 5 Bs for a quarter. Berkshire's going down. I'm yelling timber. And I suspect Beasty is as well. Have a look at this military count. Elyona looking to take this game by storm. It's the camel crossbow combo with the Berkshire going down. The Villes on the run. And you know what they say? When the Berkshire falls, the Beasty falls. He heads back towards his second line of defense. The White Tower sits formidably between the open base of the English. We're having a good cast today, fellas. We are having a great cast today. Monastery out in the middle, going to be taken out. And look at this. Look at Elyona. He's taking the middle for himself, and this is exactly what he needs to do. I'm impressed with the amount of tempo that he's got at the moment. I think the real key here right now for Elyona, this is super duper simple. So hopefully he doesn't mess this up, because it's quite a simple victory for him here against one of the world's best players. You want to maintain pressure on the front, but you don't want to commit. You want to keep the army here, and at the same time, you're just sending out a couple units on the edges, feeler units. You're just trying to see, okay, what's the enemy got? Where has he got it? And then you're going to work your magic from that. So normally you see the keep up towards the north, and you're going to look to try and challenge that with your culverin, with your trebs. You're probably going to have to keep a couple units with it while those vills do eventually come out of their hidey hole and try and burn you down. So I think that's going to be real key here, but maintaining this pressure on the front is going to be quite important. So we do start to see him making his way. The most important thing, I think, for Elyona is just denying gold. If you just deny gold here, Beasty's in a really bad spot, because it means no hand cannoneers. He's stuck making trash, he's stuck making men-at-arms, stuck making crossbows. Not where he wants to be. He wants to be hand cannoneers, he wants to be spears, he wants to be siege. That's where he needs to be right now. And speaking of siege, it looks like we've got some siege on the way. No, where is it? Here it is. We got the double mango coming. No adjustable crossbars just yet, but exactly what he needs to be doing in a situation like this. Beasty now on the defense. White Tower going to be the one to hold. Will it be, though? We see more hand cannoneers coming out. Culverin firing down, double trebs on the backside, and for the moment, it looks decent. Beasty does have the Citadel upgrade, so it will mean these units are going to fire a little bit faster than what they normally would on the defense. We actually saw a triple TC put down by the Beast. Meanwhile, on that south side, it looks like only the double TC for the moment for Elyona. A lot of units out on this map. There are so many units that are moving out here. Have a look at this, Elyona, just pumping non-stop right now. But Beasty's found a good way back into this game. He's had a lot of production. Now, the question for me, whether Elyona is going to be able to deal with this siege effectively. Greased Axles is on the way. A little bit more speed for these mangonels. Gets a good shot off. Does about 3.7 damage to one unit. Actually didn't do too bad there with that second one. Culverin looking to fire off on the back. No vills here to heal it this time. King's going to come in. Couple spears as well. He's able to clear that one out. Berkshire still down in the middle of the map. Beasty looking to try and recover. Knows how important it is to rebuild this palace. And now around the backside, the horsemen make their way through. Elite upgrades have already come in. And we hear the king goes down behind the scenes. Mangonel running for dear life. But I tell you what, venison ain't going to be all he's needing to eat today as that Mangonel manages to somehow make its way through. Look how fast it's going. I hate that. I really do. I really don't like that. Anyway, it is what it is. It is what it is. What does that even mean? It's kind of like you're resigning to the fact that something is a certain way and that it will not change. I think that's kind of it, right? Like it's a resignation in a way. You know, your enemy's in your base, your farms are on fire, your vills are dead, and you're just like, well, it is what it is. You know, that's it. It is what it is. Anyway, let's check in with Beasty. Let's see how the farms are doing as they produce all that gold. 48 farms at the moment. Decent number of units that are built up. Adjustable crossbars. Is it through? It's not yet through. So no super upgrade just yet. The most broken upgrade in Age of Empires 4 history. Is there a more broken upgrade than adjustable crossbars is right now? Like if you... roller shutter triggers, actually. Roller shutter triggers wasn't broken, but it was mandatory. So I don't know if that's necessarily broken. But it was like, if you didn't have it and your enemy did, you just lost. Whereas adjustable crossbars, it's a bit more fun. You know, a little bit more fun. Hand cannoneer numbers looking good for the Beast. He's on 38 at the moment. Getting some good coverage here. Beautiful focus on all of these units as well. Not a huge focus on the front for the moment. More Camels now going to be reinforcing Elyona from the south, Elyona from the east, and now able to push back these mangoes. Still no adjustable crossbars needed at the moment. Beasty holds on to the gold. Actually, where's Beasty's gold? No, he's down here on the southwest side of the map. Not even the southwest side, just the west side of the map. The west side's the best side, but it's also quite hard to get to. It's very far away from everything. Let's check in with Elyona. I want to see how much does he know right now. See, this is the thing, right? Like, we don't even have units out on the map exploring and seeing what potentially lies in wait behind the enemy lines. I'd love to see that from Ayyubids. Even just a couple. And this is one of the differences between like your super duper top players and your like Conqueror 3 plus players. You just don't have the APM at this level to be able to send those units around there, keep them in a control group, and make sure that they don't return back to the army. That's the problem. It's hard to get the mental, not just the mental capacity, but the dexterity to do that as well. All right, well, Mango's teeing off on the backside. Still don't have it. Cannon on the front as well for the Beast. A lot of hand cannoneers in here. He's going to be quite happy with this mass. Men-at-Arms getting brought forward. He's got the elite upgrade for these men-at-arms. A little bit of extra health. And look at the Vils now moving forward. Going to be able to pick off the Culverin towards the front. First one going to be going down. He's got textiles as well. That is almost certainly a dead Culverin. And look at the glow in the villagers. Culverin 1 down. Culverin 2, goodbye. Culverin 3, you're going to go as well. And Culverin 4, probably not. I don't think... Does he commit for Culverin 4? Does he really commit for Culverin 4? I don't know about this one. I feel like this one's probably a little bit too much, but he's going to take it. He says, we take those being Culverin, and the lives of those Culverin. He takes them. And he actually just gets out. That's wild. Bro just got out with like 12 villagers. That's insanity. I'm impressed. I'm not even mad. A whole wheel of cheese? All right, he's going to look to try and recover the Berkshire. Remember what they say. If the Berkshire recovers, the Beast recovers. They don't actually say that. They're going to start saying it, okay? When the Berkshire falls, the English fall. And when the Berkshire rebuilds, the English are still in a pretty tough position, but they're going to try. All right, Beasty outnumbered significantly. I say significantly, it's about 15 pop at the moment. But hey, maybe 15 pop is a lot. If you're on 1 pop and your enemy's on 16 pop, you're outnumbered significantly. So, checkmate, atheists. Let's check in. Talk about checking right now. Let's check in with my water. I'm still thinking of that guy that I was talking about in the beginning, in that one YouTube comment. I don't remember your name, buddy. But this one here, this one's for you. It's going to be extra good. I can hear the ice inside. I'm antagonizing this poor man. He's probably sitting there watching it. His wife's listening, knowing that he made this one comment to Drongo, and he's getting absolutely rinsed for it, the poor fella. You're getting rinsed like my water bottle, mate. Oh, we're having a good cast. We are having a good... Sorry, I gotta take a drink. Hold on. Oh, man, that is so good. Oh, man. Oh, so I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. I'm kind of glad I haven't called you out by name yet. We got ourselves a little bit of a villager fight back here. He's going to be drawn away from the gold vein for the moment. Able to focus down this back line of crossbows. But Ayyubids does a good job. You know, this is something we were talking about earlier. We said Ayyubids needs to get on the map. He needs to deny this gold sooner rather than later. You can't let Beasty just be getting gold for free. Right? You need to be out here challenging it, looking to try and make it work. And this is exactly what he needed to do. We're starting to see more and more units now for Beasty starting to head over towards this angle. So potentially Ayyubids may get shut down over here. All right, well. Towards this central location, the numbers continue building. Treb's going to be taken out. Ayyubids maxed. Beasty maxed. A single stone in the bank for him, so don't expect him to be dropping down any more keeps or getting any more upgrades on these enclosures, on these emplacements. Yeah, we'll go with emplacements. That'll work. All right, Horseman on the way down. Boiling Oil is here. Vill's going to dive inside. Definitely the right call from Ayyubids. So in Ayyubids' position here, 100% you want to give this position up to deny this. You deny this right now, and it allows you to deny this. You deny everything. Like, just deny the gold, Ayyubids. You got it. You can recover this. Like, who cares if he takes this? It's like 12. Bro, it's 12 gold. We don't care about this. Let him have it. If he wants the Berkshire, go for it. It's all yours, mate. Hand cannon is firing down, able to hit down that Culverin down to 6 health. It gets blasted. Absolutely blasted. Mango teeing off once again. It's got the upgrades. Our crossbars are now adjustable. I'm pleased to announce. Berkshire looking to be repaired here. Down towards the south. We've got the Horsemen sieging down, but still plenty of Vils down here. Cannon emplacement on the outpost actually does a decent job as long as he's got range on that. I don't know if he's got range on that. We did see shots coming off before. Yeah, he does. He does, at least on this corner. You can put a second mining camp here, though, and just do this angle. We got, is that a tier 4? Tier 5? Tier 5 on the House of Wisdom? How do I even check it? All right, we know how to check it. Camel units attack 20% faster. Is that one going on the thumbnail? Absolutely broken. Absolutely busted. Absolutely bananas. Oh, we got one final one for you. Absolutely bonkers. Yeah, you weren't expecting that one, were you? That was good. Imagine if you actually see that on the thumbnail and you're waiting for the moment. You know, it's like Inception, where he says, "I feel like I'm Inception." He said it. He said the thing. More horsemen to the south. Cannon in placement. It's just hitting the outpost at this point. Meanwhile, back towards that top side. Look at the number of units from Ayyubids. 3,700 food a minute on this guy right now. 77 vills on food. Is that even legal? Is that even legal to have that many vills on farms? He's got 78 farms right now. One of them's gone for a walkabout. Meanwhile, under the Berkshire, it's been rebuilt. Mangonel firing off with the triple bombard. More hand cannoneers looking to reinforce, and he holds the line. The English army holds. 36 minutes into the game, and Beasty once again stands the test of time with the Berkshire. Now beginning to siege down the stables in the center of the map. Ayyubids still yet to clear this out. All we needed was like a single culverin and 12 horsemen, and it would have done it. That's probably quite a lot to ask in a circumstance like this. I feel like Ayyubids was literally 2 decisions away from winning this game. a raid down on the south side at 20 minutes, and like a slight push to the north, and that would have been it. Now we got trouble. Now paradise is in flames. Things are starting to get worse here for Ayyubids Beasty. I mean, and that's one of the things, right? Like that's why he's got such a high rating. That's why he's one of the best. He's been in this situation 1,000 times before. He knows exactly what he's doing. He knows how to play this game. He knows how to secure these resources. He knows how to burn the flame. Let's just put it that way. Meanwhile, towards the top side, Ayyubids gonna be making his way past the palisade walls. I will say a little bit of an oversight here from Beasty. I would have loved to have seen even just a nice little stone wall here, just to make sure that nothing ever comes through. You know, like this kind of thing. Maybe even just put it here and then just put your farms in your base. Always an option. More horsemen now going to be looking to run through. Beasty's down to 120 vills here. Meanwhile, in the main base of the Ayyubids, we've got a little bit more of a raid. Where do we go from here? Because Beasty's still got gold control and now makes his way towards this central location. Ayyubids at the moment. Hold on. Where's Ayyubid's gold? Where is the Ayyubidian gold? Ayyubidian gold? Yeah, I'll take that. Where is the Ayyubidian gold? Hold on a minute. I think we got a little move 37 coming out from the Beast here somehow. I didn't see this one coming, but it's very clear he did. Look at this. The whole time that Ayyubids was playing checkers, Beasty was playing Go. He wasn't really. He was playing chess. He was playing chess. He wasn't actually them. They're playing Age of Empires. You guys are silly. You guys are so silly. Oh gosh. What is this cast, dude? Oh man. I think I'm just in a good mood. It's always nice being in a good mood. When you have a good mood, I'm translating it through you guys. You can live vicariously through me if you're in a bad mood at the moment. Now you're in a good mood, because I'm in a good mood. We share this good mood together. You are lifted up. You are lifted from your state. I lift you in the name of the Drongo. Amen. Sorry, that's blasphemy. That's probably blasphemy somewhere. We have blasphemed at least 3 religions, and not necessarily all of them are from Earth, but that's okay. Speaking of which, when the aliens come, can we make a religion out of that? You know, there's actually a very interesting theory about that. Look into ancient aliens, dude. What about, oh my god, that guy with the hair? Dude, that gets me every time. All right, Ayyubids looking to come in multiple angles here. Top side, bottom side, east side, west side, left side, right side. He's going for a full surround as towards the top. Plenty of horsemen make the connection onto the bombards. Not a huge threat in this game, but a decent number of ranged units here should be tanked up relatively well by those horsemen. They were all gone. I got no idea where they went. There's no more tanks in this bad boy. And Ayyubids forced back away from it. Beasty holding on. Somehow has 15 pop in siege on the map somewhere. Oh, there it is. It's a double mango bombard combo. Don't mind one of those. I think I ordered one of those from KFC the last time I went. Nope. That was a zinger stacker. That's what we call it in Australia. You know what I want though? Is it the double? Oh man. It's like, I remember it was disgusting. They had it about 10 years ago at KFC. It was like a chicken fillet, and then a chicken fillet, and then in between it was the other stuff that goes on the burger. And your burger buns were just chicken. That thing was amazing. I don't remember what it was called. I just remember it was amazing. That changed me. You know, having my first child changed me. And so did that KFC meal. That was that was good. It was a good meal. And right now, Beasty trying to make a meal out of Ayyubids. Plenty of units coming in from the north here for him. A lot of mangoes on this sacred side. He could look to convert here. Let's see if he finds it. Throws, little bit off. Going for a second throw. It's big. He finds a connection onto those hand cannoneers. And Ayyubids' army just goes bye-bye. 41 minutes into this game, absolutely obliterated. Ayyubids gets to secure on the gold vein, but with that, his army is completely evaporated. Spearmen, hand cannoneers, mangonels. What more could you ask for in the Imperial Age? Absolute perfection. Coming out from the Beast, the Berkshire stands tall. The fast Imperial is king. Ladies and gentlemen, how do you go from that? I mean, Ayyubids, he's got to be in such a hard spot, right? Like, after a game like that, you were so close. You could feel it. All he needed to do was move a couple units south, a couple units north, and he had it. He had him completely surrounded. He just had to come out with his hands up. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. The mangoes on the sacred site are way too strong, and Beasty claims the game. Ladies and gentlemen, go check him out. I'll leave links in the description, in fact, to both of these players. So if you want to go see the Frenchman, Ayyubids, go do it. If you want to go see Beasty, go check him out. And make sure this weekend you check out EGC TV, 15 GMT, Saturday and Sunday. Be there or be square.